allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, sir. Here? Yes, sir. Okay. So we have an agenda here, donation from the police department to the Pure Starts Now Foundation.
Thank you. Real quick, so we had a great idea. We wanted to do something. You saw officers wearing the pink badges. We got that from our community funds, and a portion of that also went to cancer awareness. But we designed these sweatshirts, and we sold these, and all the profits from these we gave to cancer research. So we had them out to the public. We did a good job. So we have Cody from the Cure Starts Now down in Cincinnati, and we're going to present him a check. Well, throw it cash, but we have our big check for $350 as a donation for cancer research, because I know that touches a lot of people's lives, and any amount that you can is really helping that. So I want to thank Jay Fidel for doing this, Sarge for getting this, Liz, he ate free sweatshirts. So I want to give them a round of applause. It's crooked. You need to. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Starting off here, like Don and Andrew, do victory. Well deserved, have fun. It gets exciting sometimes. Other than that, public participation. Individuals who wish to address the board, let's speak from the podium. Take your name and address for the record. Points should be made clearly and concisely within the 5-minute time period. Person's time may not be appealed to another. Comments should be directed toward the board with courtesy and respect. Any responses from the board will be every thought. Okay, we have a motion for adoption of 25-118 to dispense with the reading of the minutes from the October 2nd meeting, 2025. On October 15th, 2025, the work session. I need a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
I guess I should have asked if anybody has a discussion, but what the heck, we don't.
Trustee Young, can you vote, please?
Move for the motion adoption.
Trustee Young, I need
Yes,
your
ma'am.
vote. I need your vote, please.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, move for the adoption 25-119 to approve the minutes from October 2nd, 2025 regular meeting. I need a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Move for the adoption motion number 25-120 to approve the minutes from the October 15th, 2025 work session. I need motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Reports, fiscal officer.
All right. Thank you all for coming this evening. I have for the board to sign and review. I have a notification or the certification of checks written since the last meeting, and I have a certification of purchase orders created since the last meeting. In front of you with all the reports, there is a receipt report for the month of October. Total of receipts coming in $241,717.43. I have in front of you management reports, including a fund summary as of October 31st, a revenue summary as of October 31st. Then I also have the appropriation status report. That is by line item, and that is also through October 31st. I have for you to review and to sign a copy of the appropriation supplemental report for October. And again, this is just money that I'm moving within the same fund. So for example, moving money around within the general fund, which in the road and bridge fund, which in the fire fund, etc. So I'll need you to review and sign that. I have for you the October bank reconciliation for October 2025. And I want to I have something highlighted on here. This is a balanced reconciliation, but we had a new firefighter who gave me the wrong routing number for their bank. And I wasn't notified by First Financial until I received a letter this week that it didn't go through. And so this bank reconciliation is through the 31st of October. And the credit came back to our checking account on November 4th. And then I was able to resend it out to her. So this will self-correct itself next week when I do the weekly bank reconciliation. I also have for you to review and to sign the credit card attestation for September. And that's about all I have for you this evening. Oh no, there's one other item. My apologies. I have for you the interest report, and as of our what we received through October on the interest on our hybrid checking account. Last year in October, our interest received to date was $10,624, and with the new hybrid account, our interest to date is $19,690.20. So we're 85% above where we were a year ago at this time in interest collections. And the vast majority of the interest is shared amongst general fund accounts. So that's what that's for. So if you have any questions for me, if we want to wait till the fire department portion of the evening to talk about some things there, we can do that. Or if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to entertain them at this time.
Thanks. Move for the adoption of motion 25-2121 to pay the bill projected through the fiscal officer certification for purchase orders. Sorry, I need a second.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Ma'am. Administration.
Evening tonight, I would like to report that the RFP for the residential solid waste and recycling has been finalized. It did go through legal review with our legal counsel, and Energy Alliances is completing the process. There'll be the required legal notification in the Inquirer. They will also notify anyone that they believe is interested in submitting the bid. They will reach out to them directly. The due date for the bid is Wednesday, December 3rd at 11 a.m. Bid opening will occur the same day at and that there's a new update before you, and that's all I have for the evening.
I notice all the nuisance are all taken care of. That's good.
All but one.
Yeah.
On Cardinal.
Good. Hey, fire department.
Good evening. Before I get into my stuff, I want to read something. On behalf of the fire department, I want to extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who came out to vote on the levy, for the board and administration and our levy committee. Your support means so much to us and shows your continued commitment to the vital services we. While the outcome was not what we hoped for, we remain dedicated to serving our community with the same care and commitment as always. Take time to regroup, listen, and work together to prepare for another levy effort in the spring. Thank you again for your trust, engagement, and belief in the work that we. The incident report, we had 156 calls for service in October. Couple significant incidents. Tanker truck, the tanker truck fire in Westchester on Union Center, our air and light truck went out there to provide support for them. Even when it got dark, and we arrived first due at a structure fire in Crosby Township. I heard good things about our crews from the Crosby Township. A couple received mutual aid 4 times, and we provided mutual aid 11 times. The third page, the 3-year comparison, you can see that just keep going up every month. Inspection report, Lieutenant Meyer completed 8 new inspections, did 3 re-inspections, working with some other businesses that have 12 violations. The only community engagement opportunity we had last month was an open house, which was pretty well attended. We had about 100 people show up. Perfect weather, which usually doesn't happen that way. It's usually cold. Really nice day for it. The grant update, we did receive our BWC grant for the new Lucas compression devices. I brought that before the board, I think 2 months ago. I believe that's a 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 match, I think. But we should be receiving the check for that shortly. Have some new Lucas devices that are up to date. And just consideration for legislation, use of One Ohio opioid settlement funds for acquisition of Narcan. That's what you see.
Purpose to approve the use of the Ohio opioid settlement fund for the acquisition of Narcan. Move for the adoption resolution 2025-066, authorizing the expenditure from the Ohio opioid settlement funds. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion?
Can I ask a question? Is this a blanket? We're going to be using it for Narcan or just for the Narcan that we recently purchased? Okay, thank you. Okay, so it could be, okay, thank you. Just wanted to question that.
Okay. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran?
Yes.
Trustee Blower?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes, ma'am. Road Department.
The property owner, probably about 95. And hopefully he's going to finish that. Trustee Blyer, you've been in contact with the
Numerous times. I actually gotta talk to him again tomorrow. He's in Kentucky. I don't even know the last time he stayed up at this property. Orders to park, so yeah, I'll be speaking with him again tomorrow afternoon.
I'll just give him a little.
Yeah. He was been talking to a guy in Kentucky, which is going parts in travel and all that, which threw the price way out of bounds, and he's concerned.
Next thing, we've started our sidewalk inspection. The first notice went out. Being repaired current right now. Then I wanted to let you know, he's concrete poured. I'd rather do this inspection in like February, March, than they have the summer to do it. A lot better concrete, especially a lot of these are going to get done either by the homeowner, amateur like me, and have the blankets and stuff that to do it. You don't see anything happening over the winter.
You'd be salting. You'd be salting and clearing. You're doing stuff.
I have a correspondence from ODOT. Doesn't happen very often, but we're gonna do a ditch project on US 27. If you guys know where the Knee House Farm is, up in the church. They're replacing 2 driveway culverts, making them a lot larger, and then actually a pipe in the ground all the way down through there. Take it out, get an open ditch, make it flow. That
project will be in 2020. And that's. And last thing I have is consideration for legislation, and that is to approve the project list paving for next year. That's all I have.
So also in your sidewalk inspection, we should let the public know more about not cutting trees to clean the sidewalk in the street because it always interferes with wires above, and then they have to cut the tree and they all get peeled.
Lori put that in the, hopefully everybody gets.
Well, the ones that are already there. There.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. All right, purpose to approve the 2026 projects list to be performed through the Butler County Engineer's Office. This resolution declares the projects that to be necessary, orders to design and to move forward with the comments of the town for the township. Due to the constructional expenses, the motion adoption 2025-067, declaring the necessary for the repair, maintenance, reconstruction, resurfacing, improvement of various roadways within the township. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Police Department.
Thank you, sir. I was notified that the person that sat in for me last week, very fast and efficient, so I've cut all my stuff in half. So it should be about an hour for me to get through everything, but I appreciate Lieutenant Rogers making me look so good. Yes, it is. So calls for service for us for October, 20 auto accidents, we had 9 domestic disputes, 2 drug arrests, 3 mentals, and 14 suspicious persons, along with 2 OBIs, 277 other calls for a total of 328. Self-initiated calls are conducted by our officers, 200 business checks, 94 vacation checks, 166 extra patrols, and 151 traffic stops. Total activity of the month of almost 1,000 calls. Community engagement, we had several community engagement events last month, Coffee with a Cop, Homecoming Parade, which really Lieutenant Rogers, one of the things I tasked him with, having done Red, White, and Blue Ash for years, was I wanted the ops plan for homecoming, where we see the most exposure, updated, and really our security measures put in place. And we were one of the only agencies that brought out quick response teams or SWAT team in case if we were to have some type of event that would happen, which as soon as you say nothing ever happens here, you know, that's the karma that's going to happen after that. Did a really good job, really got good review from the SWAT team and everybody else, and everybody was safe. So that's about 5,000 people that came out for that event alone.
Is Crow thinking that reactive?
Yep, kind of. So Hamilton Community Foundation banquet, we went to that. Water's Edge movie premiere. There's a couple celebrities up here that were in that movie. There may be a awkward scene of my big head on the screen. And I'm sorry to the residents of Ross Township that you're going to have to see that.
Is this a horror movie?
It wasn't a horror movie. It was like it might have been for that section of it, but beyond that, it was a really good movie. I was really impressed. So weird to see the film shots in here of the guy playing me. You know, I did a good job, obviously. But it's kind of neat to see it. We have several of our officers that are in it. So I don't know what it's streaming on. It's coming out next month. But Water's Edge, you can find it on Facebook, and you get to see us on the big screen up there. So
We have a bad head of chief.
you know what? Nothing from the. There may be that picture floating around all over the police department. I keep taking them down, and they just keep reappearing. That's all right. Our Halloween trick or treat went off excellent out there. Our drug take back day. So total estimated engagements was almost 11,000 people for the month of October for our police department alone. So I am very thankful for all the hard work that they do that does not go unnoticed by me. Everybody knows about our press release for our road rage incident. When people tell me nothing goes on out here, I always want to report on some of these. If you get involved in a road rage incident, call 911. Do not get out of the car. because people will do crazy things. And if you act violent in this community, I'm going to send you to prison. That's just how it's going to be. So if you don't want to go to prison, call the cops and we will handle everything for you. That's my statement on the nonsense that we've heard down there. Couple resolutions for the board today. We were awarded a cops grant to hire an additional full-timer. So that funds about 48% of the officer's salary for 3 years. So you'll have that resolution coming across. I can't talk to anybody about the grant because they're all furloughed right now, but I do have the award letter, and I'm assuming that once we get done with everything, there's not going to be a problem. You will, I did not forget to shave today. So they don't think I can grow a beard, but they didn't know me when I was working undercover narcotics. So we're doing No Shave November. So you might see our officers with beards. So we are taking donations for them to grow beards, and we will be donating that to Ross and Morgan Ministries to help them out. So I am going to show them the crazy beard that I can. So Lori's just looking at me, what is going on? I'm losing control in the police department. One of the other things we have coming up, because we don't have IGA to partner with anymore, our Kramer Cruiser, which will be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, is going to be a Family Dollar. So I have told them how many cruisers we crammed last year, and they almost didn't want to do it because they don't know if they can fulfill that much of an order. But we're going to partner with them. They're going to stock the shelves. If we run out, like we ran out, I think it was 6 cruisers last year we filled with everything at IGA. You can go anywhere and make donations. Follow that on Facebook. And if you bring cash, we will give all that to Ross and Morgan Ministries. But it was ridiculous last year, so I told them they better order up.
You want an ambulance too?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can fill that too. So so you should get all your food supplies if you go there the week before, because I'm sure we're going to empty the shelves there. So other than that, there's a resolution on there for adjusting the staffing and pay level, which I'm required to do for the cops grant to show that we're adding the extra officer. And then part-time officer Limmer is going to be moving to full-time. One of our full-time officers, Alicia Kammer, is taking a job with the Park District over in Hamilton. So, and it's solely about pay. That's all I have for the board tonight.
Maybe mention about how good our dog is doing.
Yes, he's doing good. He walks around and he barks at me every time he gets a chance. I'm not sure that Sarge isn't training him to do that, but he's had a couple deployments out there. Training hours are a lot with the dog. I sent both supervisors to a supervisory, legal, and risk management update course. So they were in training for that, along with canine legal update training, so that they have all the tools behind them from the administrative section to go out there and do that. But they're making a lot of traffic stops. They're getting arrests, getting some wanted people. They're getting drugs. So hopefully the biggest issue is if you come to Ross, it's a good chance if you're doing something bad, the dog and our officers are going to find you. That's the message I want to get out to everyone.
So you can find.
Yeah, find a different message.
I think it's also important to note that according to the movie, you didn't bring this up, that Houston Woods is now part of Ross.
Yeah.
We've acquired that. Perhaps.
All right, purpose, to accept COPS grant to hire 1 full-time officer, police officer in the police department. Move to adopt resolution 2025-068, authorizing the acceptance of a grant awarded from the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Community and Oriented Policing Services, in other words, COPS hiring program. I need a second.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran,
Yes.
trustee Blower,
Yes.
trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Staffing level to pay rate summary must be adjusted to allow for the additional full-time officer, as you explained before, in the public police department. Following the resolution, it is necessary to enact and reflect that change. Move for the adoption of resolution 2025-069, amending the staffing levels and pay rates of the fiscal year ending in December 31st, 2025. I need a second.
Second?
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran,
Yes?
trustee Blower,
Yes.
trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Purpose, promote part-time police officer Michael Leamer to full-time officer. Move the adoption motion, 25-10, to promote part-time officer, Michael Leamer to a full-time officer. I need a second.
Second?
Discussion. Roll call.
Trustee McGurran,
Yes?
trustee Blower,
Yes.
trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Township business, old business. None from the administration, none from the board. New business. Scheduled for 2026 budget hearings. Typically required 1 hour per department with 2 departments hearing. Anything else from the board?
You need to schedule those. The board schedule the budget here.
Once again, please.
The board needs to schedule the budget here.
Okay. All right. So we want to,
Typically, the work session in November, typically they're held on 2 evenings, 2 departments per evening. And we've been utilizing the work session as one of those. But that's not
figure out what time I'm available any day.
You would be looking at the week of November 19th, 20th, potentially. 20th is the work session.
19th November.
You're doing them back-to-back days?
Fine with me.
Keith?
Can I ask for a complete move on this? I'm in a holding pattern until I realize what's gonna go on with airline flights. I don't wanna get stuck in Florida. I was planning on going down there and doing some work around my parents' house while it's not 500 degrees in Florida. And Allegiant flies to the destination I need to go. They leave on Thursday and I would be returning on Sunday. That Thursday would probably be the 20th. So if we're, I'm not even saying I can still do that, because I'm not getting stuck down there.
Long walk.
So could we potentially make that the 18th and 19th and leave the 20th open in case the government goes back to work?
I can do that.
Everybody do that?
Okay, 18th at what time? I get
So-
at 6 o'clock. at work.
Are we also moving the work session in general to the
Yeah.
19th?
if-
That's fine.
If it's doable.
What day are you? At 6 o'clock, Dave?
The 18th. That's my birthday.
So both of the sessions to start at 6 p.m.?
On
Is that
what
what I'm
day?
hearing?
Are you able to do the 18th, Dave?
The 18th, is I got at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So.
Do you want to do them all on the 19th?
Unless we do it before 6. If we do it like 4 o'clock, that's fine.
I can make 4 on the 18th.
Okay, 4 o'clock then?
I can't do 4 o'clock,
Okay.
not on the Tuesday.
Do you want to do
I don't want
do
to.
them all on the 19th, starting at 4?
I think that rushes things. I don't want to do that.
Monday, the 17th?
That'd be fine.
All right.
Same here.
17th.
Okay.
All right. So the 17th and the 19th.
At 6 p.m. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Full business, none from administration or board. Okay, schedule. That hearing, we just did that. Announcements?
You said anything else from the board? On number 2 there, can we stick there for just a second? I want to speak to the fire levy for just a minute. The fire EMS department demonstrated a need for additional funding to the board over a year ago. Clearly, the levy didn't pass. Voters did not approve the additional levy. But what we've heard from residents, they understand the need for the additional funding. I think due to the Butler County auditor, what has happened to property taxes a couple of years ago, and what is going to happen probably again on the near horizon, I'm told that's a great deal of what causes it to go down. The residents are having to make challenging decisions with their own budgets, and the additional tax burden just wasn't something that they could afford at the time. But on the positive side, what they did approve were 2 new trustees that both have career experience working in the tax-funded public service. Both have served in capacities that control budgets well over what is expected here. We have full confidence in the ability of the new board to collaborate with the fiscal officer and the administrator to painstakingly comb through the departmental budgets and provide the residents of Ross Township the most for their precious tax dollars. The fire chief, the police chief, the road superintendent will be tasked with answering to every line item on their yearly budget. We will absolutely not operate out of our revenue, and we will ensure that our budget is balanced. If that means reduction in services, we will be able to show the residents of Ross Township how and why we arrived at those decisions. To the employees of the township, we want them to know we will work diligently to maintain staffing levels and equipment needed to allow them to work safely and effectively to serve the Ross Township residents as they have done for many years. Chief, I know you'll work hard to do that. We appreciate everything that you do and that your department does.
On the internet with it. So we got the adjustment for next year for all the houses to be reappraised. That's going to be a bad thing for us. There again, it puts you back into the stitch, which you would have made if it would have passed this year, because next year you had reevaluations. The other thing is with the fire levy, we had people come up with a solution, how much we needed. We agreed with that. We put it up on our, 3 of us signed it, put it on the ballot. But where was everybody when it came time to back it? That's my point. You know, no, everybody was silent. We put it on the ballot for everybody to vote. We kept silent. Not all of us. We have 3 employees that are on the payroll that were working that day. They could have came to the different polls and talked to people or put something out prior to that. You can't say, I want you to pass it. No, but you can address it more. Where was the fire department when during the day of the election? Would have been great if they were out there, especially the chief, since he's asking for this money to run the department for his people. That's leadership. Wasn't there. I'm not knocking everybody. I'm not saying I'm sour apples. I'm just saying, where is the leadership here?
You're absolutely knocking everybody, and I don't like it. I don't like what you're saying to the police. The department.
You don't have to like it or not.
Just telling you.
If it's his department, he's supposed to be leading it, and for his people.
Dave, this is why you weren't elected.
Well, you know something? I'm sorry,
I'm not.
because I got the guts to say something you don't. You know, I'll leave it at that.
All right, please do.
May I have a moment?
Just go ahead.
There was a lot of information on Facebook. It was a very confusing levy, and for that I apologize. For those of you who might know how to get a hold of House Representative Thomas Hall, you might want to thank him for taking the replacement levies off of our out of our toolbox, because having a replacement levy would have allowed the auditor to be able to show you what you're currently paying and what you will be paying, but that is no longer an option. So our only option was to run something new aside from just a straight renewal. There's a lot of bad information being provided during the election cycle, a lot of false information being provided. And I think we collectively, I know the fire chief, the administrator, and the board going forward, we're going to work very hard to make sure that that information is provided. I will just to recap on some things that were just said, we follow an attorney general opinion that was issued on what you can and can't do as a elected official or a government official during a levy. Having employees on the clock at the polls would absolutely not be something that we are allowed to do according to the Ohio Attorney General's office. We follow this list very stringently. Sometimes I think we're overly conservative, but we would rather be safe than sorry than to violate something. So we do whatever we can. We can't ask for you to vote for something. All we can do is provide you the information. There was some bad information put out that layoffs are going to take place. Our full-time employees will be able to be maintained. And moving forward through this budget hearing process coming up in the next few weeks, we're going to have to make some very, very tough decisions about the level of staffing at both firehouses. It's the reality of the life that we live. but I know Chief Johns has made a commitment to serve the citizens, and I know his staff is very dedicated, and they're going to do everything they can. So it's not great news, but it's also not, but we don't need to wring our hands. And, you know, we're not out of money next year. The levy that's on to be renewed has to be renewed by next November. And that's no new taxes. That's just status quo. So I just wanted to alleviate some things, some fear mongering that's been going on that I've read on social media. So that's my opinion.
And you're right what you say, we have to pass it next year, but then again, it will not give us any more money than it was appropriated to do back 11 years ago.
Correct.
So it'd still be underfunded. You know, we're funded, but not to the point of running where we like to be at. You know, it's still gonna be underfunded. We still have to come up with money to keep it going, which will come out of general fund. Right? If we try something else, it'll be a delay because you have to have it up for a year before you collect. So we don't have any time for something else to come in, which we had this time, but we don't have that luxury next time. It has to be what we have coming up to be continued on for the next 5 years, which will be the next 5 years will still be basically underfunded. That's the way it's going to be. Can't change that. Other than that, I agree with you about as far as election day, you know, there's certain things you cannot do, but prior to that, things could have been done. Okay, sorry. Offended anybody? Anything else for us? We got
Russ, I appreciate the professional wording you just put out, and I wholeheartedly agree. There are two fantastic people sitting out in the audience that within less than 2 months will be sitting up here, and I have complete confidence that with those two, yourself, fire chief, and the administrator and the township fiscal officer, it will all work out. I have no doubt about that. I'm very excited for the future of Ross Township.
Okay, that's segregation. Okay, you wanted to name that alternative? Okay, that's you. Announcements. Trustee Russ McGruin has been named the alternate, to serve the township representative to the District 1 Public Works Inauguration Committee for the term of ending May 2027 to 31st of May. Congratulations, sir. Thank you. Ross Township has made aware of the issue that will impact some residents in the community for the natural gas aggregation program by the EPA. Energy has been doing a good cleanup. Unfortunately, the operation issue caused the number of accounts to be dropped from the program. You know why? This is triggered by emails or letters from the Duke that people were getting sent back to Duke and away from the EPA. AEP, Energy. AEP Energy working, people are working with getting the corrected new, right now, and all the impact accounts should be received notification in the upcoming days. This should happen within the time that is there with no lapse in service and on the aggregation program, the AEP Energy Alliances. For the issue, working quickly on getting it resolved. If you have any additional questions, please contact EAP Energy Consumer Caroline at toll free 659-3888. Anybody wrote that down? If you have any problems, contact them. Don't contact us. We can't help you on that one. All right. Anything else from the board?
I have nothing.
Nope. Correspondences. Anything none from the administration, none from the board. Topics November 20th, 2025 work session. Work budget hearings on 2026. Topics be needed for the board from the anything. Executive session. Thank you for attending. We are going into executive session and it'll be time 6:39.
You have to move it.
You have to vote.
Okay. Motion to adopt motion 25-123 to retire the executive session and discuss the employment, promotion, or compensation of a public employee in the accordance of Ohio Revised Code 121-22G1. Time is 6:30. 6:40. Need a second.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Trustee McGurran.
Yes.
Trustee Blower.
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for attending, folks.
You want?
Work session.